Okay, mathematics class, training you to excel. Welcome. Okay, math class, step by step to exam success. Step 1, plan. 2, pray. 3, prepare. 4, preview. 5, perform. Please support this channel by subscribing, give a thumbs up, and share with friends. These are the topics we are going to be looking at. WAEC May June 2010 theory question 1 to 5, question 1 and 3 set, and geometry. Question number 2, angle of depression and elevation geometry combined with algebra. Question number 3, geometry, cone and slant height. Then finally, question number 5, we'll be looking at question on probability. So these are the topics or the questions we are going to be looking at now. Question number 1. The question is on set. You can see it clearly on the screen. Let's see how to solve this problem now. List the element of set C. This is a universal set given. We are going to use the cover up method. Cover up the elements in U which are also in C. These elements are common to both C and U. The element left after the covering up is R, 2, 3, and 9. So these are the complement of C. To find the complement of B, applying the same techniques, cover up the elements in U which are also in B. These are the elements, and 9. The elements that are left are 4, 5, 6, and 8. These are the complement of B. Now we are going to find the intersection of complement of B and complement of C. That is an empty or null set. Now we are going to find the complement, the intersection of the empty set with A, and that is also an empty set. For B, these are the elements of A, B, and C. So A union B will give us those elements in A or B, or both A and B. So these are the elements 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. The same way, we are going to find also the union of B and C. So these are the elements. So the intersection of A union B and B union C is represented by X. But we know that A union B is given by this, as we have found already. B union C is given by this. Then we're now going to find the intersection of the two elements that are common to the two. That includes elements that belong to both the two sets. So therefore X is equal to 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Question number 2. The angle of depression of a boat from the midpoint of a vertical cliff is 35 degrees. If the boat is 120 meters from the foot of the cliff, calculate the height of the cliff. B. Towns P and Q are X kilometers apart. Two motorists set out at the same time from P to Q at a steady speed of 60 km per hour and 80 km per hour. The faster motorist got to Q 30 minutes earlier than the other. Find the value of X. Now let's make a sketch of the diagram. That's the cliff. F is the foot, T is the top. That's the boat from the cliff. And that's the depression from the midpoint. And the distance between B and F is 120 meters. And that's the level from the middle of the cliff. That's the angle of depression given. That angle is equal to this angle that's being highlighted, alternate angles. Fm is equal to X, and it's also equal to MT, also X. Fm is the opposite to the angle given, 35 degrees. BF is the adjacent. So tan 35 is opposite over adjacent, X over 120. Opposite over adjacent. So X is equal to 120 tan 35. Use your calculator to find the value of tan 35 and multiply by 120. So X is equal to 84.024 meters. But FT should be twice FM or MT. So FT is equal to 2 times 84.02 meters. FT is equal to 168.04 meters. For question B, let's look at a little animation to help us understand. That's the distance between P and Q, which is X. Now the two boats or the two motorists will set out at the same time, traveling at different speeds. The faster one is the green, the slower one is the yellow. The faster one got to Q at T. Later, the yellow one arrived at T plus 30 minutes. So the distance traveled, let it be represented by X kilometers given. So distance travel is speed times time. So X is equal to 80t. X is also equal to 60 bracket T plus 0.5, changing 30 minutes to hours. And since the both motorists travel the same distance, therefore the distance traveled by the faster one, 80t, should be equal to the distance traveled by the slower one, 60t plus 30. Simplifying, we have 20t is equal to 30. Giving us t is 1.5 hours or 1.5 hours. So the distance traveled is speed times time. Multiply 80 by 1.5, the time it takes the faster motorist to get to Q. And the distance is 120 kilometers. Remember, we can equally use 60 bracket T plus 0.5 to get X as 120 kilometers. Question number 3A. So we can see the diagram. So now let's see how to solve the question with the given angles and side. We are going to add construction to the diagram to enable us to solve the question. That's the first construction, B. The second construction, A. Now let's see how to solve the question. Those two angles given there are interior opposite angles. So we have angle PQR plus angle RST is equal to 180 degrees. Interior opposite angles of So therefore 125 degrees plus A is equal to 180 degrees. So A is equal to 180 minus 125, 55 degrees. These two angles are equal. They are alternate angles. So angle B is equal to 44 degrees, alternate angle. So that angle added to B will give us 80 degrees. So that angle C is equal to 80 minus 44, which is 36 degrees. C is equal to the angle shown D, alternate angles. So therefore angle D is also 36 degrees. Then the angle R is the summation of A and D. We have 55 plus 36. So the angle R is equal to 91 degrees. We now go to the next slide for solution of 3B. That is on circuit geometry. We repeat the diagram. These two angles are equal. Angle BDA and angle BAS. Angles in the alternate segment. So angle SAB is equal to 60 degrees. These two angles are interior opposite angles. So when you add them, you are going to get 180 degrees. Therefore, angle BAE plus 5x is equal to 180 degrees. Angle BAE is equal to 180 minus 5x. The angle that is shown now, the angle X, or the angle EAT, is X. Now adding those three angles on a straight line, you have angle on a straight line or straight angle. $60 degrees plus 180 minus 5s plus s is equal to 180 degrees. Angle on a straight line. Simplifying by removing bracket, we have this. Simplifying again, we have 240 minus 4s is equal to 180. Collect like terms. 240 minus 180 is equal to 4x. 4x is equal to 60 degrees. Therefore, x is equal to 60 over 4. S is equal to 15 degrees. Question number 4. Still on geometry, and that is on cone. The curved surface area of a cone is given by pi RL. That's the cone if opened up. The surface area is given as 115.5 square centimeters. So therefore, pi RL should be equal to 105.5 centimeters, giving us 22 over 7 times R times 10.5 is equal to 115.5. Dividing through 7 into 10.5 gives us 1.5. Simplifying, we have 22 times R times 1.5 is equal to 115.5. 33R is equal to 115.5. Making R the subject. So R will give us 3.5 centimeters. Now that's the cone. Now you can see the animation there showing the relationship between the height, the radius of the base, and the slant height of the cone. And the formula there says that the slant height squared is equal to height squared plus the radius of the base squared. Make direct substitution and then simplify. Make h the subject, or h squared the subject. H squared is equal to 98. Take the square root of both sides. H is equal to square root of 98. So H is equal to 9.899 Simplifying further, h is equal to 9.90 centimeters to 3 significant figures. Number C, V is equal to 1/3 pi r squared h. So V is equal to 1/3 times 22/7 times 3.5 squared times 9.899. On simplification, V is equal to 127.04 cubic centimeters. V is equal to 127 cubic centimeters to 3 significant figures. That gives us solution to question number 4. Question number 5. 2 fair dice are thrown. M is the event described by the sum of the scores is 10, and N is the event described by the difference between the scores is 3. Write out the elements of M and N. B. Find the probability of M or N. C. Are M and N mutually exclusive? Give reasons. Let's see the solution to the question. This gives us the sample space for the two events M and N. Now we have the score out there shown on the dice as 10. So therefore, the events that lead to the score of 10 are 4 and 6, 5 and 5, 6 and 4. Let's see how to get these events from the table. 10 is obtained by the first die shows 4, the second die shows 6. That gives us 4, 6. 10 is also obtained by the first die is 5, the second is 5. That gives us 5 and 5. We can also get 10 if the first die is showing 6 and the second one is showing 4. That gives us 6, 4. Now for the second event, the difference is 3. It's shown on the second table now. Following the same method, we can list the elements that will give us a score of 3 as 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 6, 4, 1, 5, 2, and 6, 3. Then the probability of M that the sum is 3 is 3 out of 36. The probability of N that the difference is 3 is 6 out of 36. The probability of the sum is 10 or the difference is 3. We give us the summation of the two. 3 over 36 plus 6 over 36. On simplification, that gives us 9 over 36. To the lowest term, 1 over 4. Question number C. The intersection of M and N is an empty set because there's nothing common to the two. So the answer is yes. Reason: M intersection N is an empty or a null set. That brings us to the end of this presentation. Once again, remember to subscribe, give a thumbs up, and share with friends. Thank you. Very soon, another video will be released. When you subscribe, you will be notified.